So I've been doing a lot of luggage reviews as of late, something I've actually really enjoyed doing. One of these is this guy. This is from AER. This is their carry-on luggage. It does come in 5 different colors. This is the safety orange. I thought, you know what? It stands out like crazy. And of course, one of the main colors of the channel and one of my favorite colors is orange. So I got a chance to try this guy out. Now, I usually use my daughters and my wife as guinea pigs, in addition to myself, with using luggage to test out. So, in keeping with that, let's talk about this, the AER carry-on luggage. Hey folks, welcome back to techgooch, and today, like I said, we're talking about this. This is the AER carry-on size suitcase. This has a lot of pretty cool features to it. Now, if you've watched my other reviews from a whole bunch of other companies that I've done, I usually get really excited when it's a framed piece of luggage, meaning no zippers and actually has an aluminum frame. In this case, we're back to zippers. So whenever we go back to a zippered type suitcase, then we're gonna talk about the zipper itself. And so we're gonna get into that, why this zipper actually is pretty awesome, because it's a very secure zipper to help make it more robust for overuse, but also to protect your stuff inside should you actually choose to lock this up and check it. So there is a story to tell about that zipper. Secondly, there are some differences between this guy and about every other piece of luggage on the market. Now, one thing that puts this in line with some of the premium suitcases out there, and I'm talking like Roomy and Tumi and those really nice pieces of luggage, why they cost what they cost. This one actually has Hinomoto wheels on it. So Hinomoto wheels are actually this one has their ball bearing wheel on it, so it rolls super smooth. Actual steel ball bearings in it, so it's gonna roll with the best of them. In all reality, this $319 piece of luggage rolls just as good as my $1,400 Roomy piece that I have. That's saying something, because wheels can make or break and will decide what suitcase you really, really enjoy. That's from my personal experience from rolling a lot of different luggage over the years. Wheels make the difference. So if you can find something that actually has a premium wheel on it, that is a huge step up in my book. So there are a lot of other nice features about this, and we're gonna get into them. However, before we dive into the inside, I did wanna say one more thing about those Hinomoto wheels. So let's do that. So leave it to the Japanese to make something that's really cool. And that is this guy right in here. If you can see this little slide, it goes from this, and there's a little lock icon to the left. To the left, it's gonna roll like normal. But if I slide this to the right, to this lock icon, it locks the wheels. Now, it's not gonna like lock it, right? But it's gonna keep it from moving away from you. So if you're in an area that maybe you're just standing in line or something like that, you can slide this and this isn't gonna roll away from you. I don't have any other piece of luggage I've ever used that has that feature. And it's as quick as boom, and you're good to go again. So a little bit closer real quick, but both sets of wheels on the handle side, so this is where the handle side is, both of these have the brake. And so if I slide it into place, you can see that brake catch. And so these two sets of wheels are what actually are keeping it from rolling. And so again, it's unlocked currently, and now it's locked. And you can see it kind of just, that little guy right there just kind of comes up, locks the wheels, unlock, and we're good to roll. Now, before we get into anything else on the outside, that was just one of those features that I thought was really neat. Just kind of set it apart from other suitcases. Now, this does have a TSA approved lock here. So you can see 3-digit code, and pretty easy to get in. You pop it open and it unlocks the zippers, and open it up like so. Now, like I said, I wanted to go over this zipper real quick. So this is a YKK zipper, but it is dual layer. So you can see there's actually 2 tracks, an inside track and an outside track. So it's not something that's gonna easily come apart. If you just puncture it, with a standard zipper, it'll just kind of unzip itself and you can just get yourself in real easily. This is a lot harder to get into just because it is double layered. What they say is it's 3 times stronger than any normal zipper would be. Okay, moving on from the zipper, now we have a standard kind of closed with a zipper liner on one side and more of a compression style on this side. And there is a little bit different things about this compression side as well that I definitely want to go over, but we're going to start on this side. What I typically put my clothing on, because it is fully sealed and it's not going to keep things from rolling out. Now, some suitcases do this, some suitcases do just kind of a, you know, just a layer that you can still see stuff around it. Some actually have a full compression. This one does do the standard seal, which is nice if you're not using any kind of packing cube, because you can put loose stuff in here, it's not going to spill out, right? In this case, I have it packed for 7 days. I have 7 t-shirts, 7 pairs of socks, 7 pairs of underwear, I think 5 shorts, and a pair of pants. So I use shorts or pants multiple days, but I did put extras in here just in case, and that way I'm fully packed for 7 days. And everything I need in clothing wise is right here. Now, of course, everybody's going to be different in how they pack clothing and what you pack for clothing. But typically I wouldn't even take socks if I'm going south into the heat. I'm going to wear my sandals the whole time, but full 7 socks, everything. So that's that. In here we have a, you know, just a standard mesh open layer. You can put standard small items, whichever have you. I have a toiletry bag, but I used to put some toiletry things in here. You can use that for whichever. This has something unique though. It has another pocket here that is kind of sandwiched behind this one. It's not as big, so you can see that's as deep as it is all the way across. However, there is a hidden little guy here, and this is where you can put a tracker. So like air tag, so an air tag can just slide in here. Or to be honest, any small little tracking device that you can put in here, just kind of hidden out of the way behind the zipper. You're not going to see it, it's not going to be noticeable, and it's going to stay out of the way, and it's going to keep it in there at all times. So that's pretty cool. That's what this side is going to have. Now for the back, or the compression side. So the back side obviously has the handle that comes out, right? And so you have to have that handle in here. So this is also going to be a little bit different. This isn't a standard snap. If I loosen it up, this comes out by sliding it back and forth like that. So locks into place. It's going to be less likely to pinch or anything like that while it's being used. Slide it out of the way. The other nice thing about this compression divider is formally attached basically to this side. So you can just swap it out of the way. It's not going to fall off, even though it's hanging off the edge of the table. It's going to stay put. I have in here just a bag. Currently it's empty. That would be used that I go in for like vacations to take my cameras and stuff like that. That's in here. I have my full toiletry bag that has all my toiletry items in there. That's there. This is my tech bag that has all my chargers and cables and such. And both these bags vary on their thickness depending on what I'm taking. And in this case, I also have a pair of shoes in a waterproof shoe bag. Now, like any suitcase, that's what I'm talking about, is the loss of luggage room because of the rails. Pretty much almost every piece of luggage, with few instances, are going to have this. And the one thing that I've used in the past, I've used this to like pack my socks and underwear and stuff, small things that are going to get out of the way. So if you're packing for every square centimeter in here, that is one thing that you can do, is packing like that. In this regard, it actually worked pretty good because my shoes actually fit in between the rail and the side of the suitcase. So I actually gained room in this suitcase than I do with a lot of the other ones. So this actually has a lot of room in it, because even with all of this, I still have a ton of room around the bag up here, in addition to, and I'll spin this so you can see it a little bit better. So you can see how much room I have here yet. In addition, this bag is empty. I can fill this sucker up. So there is tons of room in here yet. So if you're talking about capacity, this bag has tons of capacity. So put the compression divider back on, slide that into place, and now you're good to kind of crank on this a little bit. And there we go, we're compressed. So if we use this for the clothing side, I'd be able to probably smash the clothing down with this compression strap a little more than I did with the side that I chose to put it on. But that's how you could do it. Now, if I was using this for clothing side, I would use packing cubes, because you can see things are gonna hang out. So and I do own packing cubes, I just didn't do it for this video. And of course, bringing it back around, zipper just just pushes it back into place. And of course you can change the code on that to be whatever code you want. So, but that's that. Now that we have it on its back too, I did want to show you the wheels, which are really smooth. You know, they have no sound at all because it's not plastic on plastic, it's actually ball bearings. So that's the lovely thing about these. Whenever you have a suitcase that has these more premium type wheels, that's one thing you notice immediately. Talk about the handle real quick. Now it does come with this leather luggage tag, which is kind of nice. I typically would not put this on the outside of my suitcase but like this, but I understand a lot of people do. And they have attachment points. On both the handle upstairs here, there's 2 attachment points, as well as down here, there's a upper and a lower attachment point. And that's not just for this guy, that's for anything. That's just attachment points that you can jam something on there real quick and easily. Last part is the handle. Also extremely important. This has a telescoping handle, and there are 4 places that you can place this handle for different heights. So some have 3, some have 2. I've had suitcases that only have 2. Some have almost an infinite amount, or at least a lot of variations. It all comes down to which handle they use. But then after that, then it goes all the way down. So you have 4 height adjustments on this one, which in all reality is probably way more than enough. You know, there's things, and I'll be honest, I pointed out anytime I have a suitcase that has a whole bunch of different variations, it's neat, but more than likely you're gonna have one, and that's what you're gonna raise it to every time. In my case, I typically have it all the way out, and that's where I'm comfortable with, and that's how I've been comfortable with about every piece of luggage I've ever used. And so having the different height doesn't really relate to me so much, but I do understand that people are different heights, and some people don't want it all the way out. For instance, my wife does not use it all the way up. She'd probably use it, you know, maybe 1 or 2 steps down. That's going to be more comfortable for her. So 4 instances, 4 heights, definitely more than enough. Okay, so let's recap real quick. This does have Macleron outside, so this is very, very tough polycarbonate. On the inside is actually I think it's called a Cordura Recore. It's a recycled actually interior, so it is kind of trying to be a little bit more environmentally friendly. We do have the double layer YKK zippers on this, so it gives it more robustness there. The TSA approved lock on it. I don't know if there's any suitcases out there that aren't TSA approved, but it does have it. We have the handles with attachment points on both of them, so 4 attachment points on the outside there. We have the Hinomoto wheels, which have ball bearings in them. I love ball bearing wheels, and if you know how much these guys are for a set of 4 of them, they're not a cheap wheel. So I do appreciate AER going out of their way to put in quality wheels. But not only that, they put in the brake system to keep this sucker from rolling away from you when you're on that slight slope and you're just standing still. That's a handy feature that I honestly would love to have, because typically what I have to do is I just have to stick my foot in front of the suitcase because I don't want to sit there and hold on to it the whole time just to keep it from rolling away. So that brake feature is awesome. All in all, this is actually a better suitcase than I originally anticipated this review going. After looking at it and testing it, putting stuff in it, trying it out, I thought it was great, but then I realized more and more features of it, and then went back to the specs of it, and was more impressed than I thought I was going to be. So at $319, you're getting the wheels that you would find on a much more expensive suitcase with features that not even those have. In addition, solid construction. They built this thing very, very well. For this to be their carry-on that they're pushing from AER, I really like this suitcase at $319. It's a solid suitcase. It's got premium features with not the premium price. That's basically where we're at. Now, again, not everybody likes zippered luggage like I do. I prefer zipperless luggage. I like aluminum frames. So if this, if they ever offer this without the zipper and put a frame on it, I would really like to test that one out too. So AER, great job. And I will say this, not everybody likes zipperless luggage. Like, I just kind of bashed it a little bit because of that. My one daughter doesn't like it. She prefers the zipper. And I know a couple other people that, no, I don't like hard side suitcases. I don't like this. I don't like that. Everybody likes their own thing. And so if you're looking for a really nice piece of zippered luggage, this might be one for you. I'm going to put links to it in the description. Check it out. Like I said, they have it in 5 different colors. So outside of the safety orange, you're looking at black, There's like a fog white color. There's a dark olive, and then this pale, I think they call it pale mauve, which is kind of like a purplish color. This is a solid suitcase and have it in 5 different colors to give you options. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to show the orange one is to point out another point that I like to push to people is the nice thing about having luggage that stands out. Like if you're rolling this down the airport, this safety orange is going to pop out probably more than any other suitcase in the entire complex. That's a good thing. Specifically, if anything else, if it's a checked bag, if it's going through that process, it's going to be real quick and easy to spot that sucker when it pops out of the conveyor belt. I like bright colors. Doesn't have to be orange. Could be any bright color. As long as it's easy to recognize your suitcase, makes it way easier for you when you're traveling. So that's it. That's the AER carry-on. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you have a specific bag that you really like and you think might be a great fit, hit me up over at techgooch.com. You can actually email me directly from there and say that you recommend me checking something out, because I'm always looking for the next best suitcase to test out. Thank you for watching to the end of this video. Check out the links in the description if you want to take a peek at this guy in the various colors that it comes in. And we'll catch you back here on techgooch for another future video review. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you again.